Hi guys. Um, do me a favor, and if you get anything out of this little video here, consider subscribing on YouTube and leave any comments or questions you might have. I also have a little guitar group. It's called Guitar Players on Facebook for any of you who might be Facebook users. Today we're going to start to learn the solo guitar arrangement for a Beatles tune, a Beatle ballad called "Yes It Is." Like a lot of tunes primarily written by Lennon, it's in E, like Day Tripper and Your Bird Can Sing. So on guitar, when the song is in E, you have the benefit of being able to use the open E string, the sixth string, the open fifth string, A, and in this case we're going to use the open fourth string, and it gives you that sustaining note, and comes in handy for this little arrangement as well. So if you take your plain old cowboy D major and just move it up 2 frets, that's going to be our first chord. For this arrangement, we're going to use our fingers. Just finger picking. There's no particular special classical technique or anything. It's just I'm going to mention the strings that we want to pluck and just pluck them. Instead of like a brushing downward strumming movement, it's going to be more of you're going to get more of like a piano sound by simultaneously plucking with your thumb and your fingers the strings that we're going to be using. So the first chord, you've moved the D major up to E. It's an E major, and we're going to use the first 3 fingers to pluck the first 3 strings, and we're going to use the thumb to pluck the open E on the 6th. So here we are with that open E that comes in handy. Okay, so get some volume here. Starts out with an E, and then it goes up to an A major. The interesting thing is when it goes to the A major, the vocal melody note is actually a B, so it's like an A major with an add 9. So again, E major, along with the open E on the 6th string. Now we go to an A major, but with a B on top. 1st string, 7th fret. Now what we're doing here is we're plucking the open A string. Okay, so again, starting out, it's E major, and then we're going to go up to an A major here. Okay, actually just play the first 3 strings and add the pinky on the 1st string, 7th fret. So the first few lyrics are "Please don't wear red tonight," so it's "Please don't wear red." Again, plucking the first 3 strings of the chord and the open 5th string, the A. Melody note comes up here, 1st string, 9th fret. The melody note's then going to go down to the 7th fret on the 1st string, but we're going to make it the top note in this F minor 11 chord. Okay? So this is going to be a complex learning curve, but we're going to take it a chunk at a time. Again, we're starting on E major. We've got the open E in the bass, going to an A major, add 9 with that pinky on B and the open 5th string sounding. Melody note. Now we're going to go back down to this melody note here, but we're going to have it be the top note in an F minor 11 chord. So that was just a walk down on the 6th string, 9th fret, 8th fret, 7th, and when we get to the 7th, we're going to form a B7 chord. You should know that chord, maybe you do. 7th fret, 8th fret, 7th fret, and the index is on the 6th string, 7th fret. Okay, starting again. Continues now. Play the 1st string of this little E chord by itself. It's a G sharp note. That's our melody. So what we're doing is we're playing the melody, but we're putting the appropriate chords underneath as much as we can. So this continuation now, where he goes into the 2nd line of the lyric, you've got the E major on, but you play the 1st string by itself first, and then the whole thing. Then the A major, add 9, excuse me. Now instead of coming back to the F minor 11, we're going to go to a D6. This is really just your garden variety D major chord. Root on the 5th string, we're playing with the bar, the index finger rather, at the 5th fret. It's this on the inside 4 strings. But in this case, our melody note just happens to be on the first string, so we're going to extend all the way across, and we're going to play the first 5 strings. So we have that B on the 7th fret, first string. Okay? So, from the top, F minor 11, B7, melody note, whole chord, D6, down to B7 again, same voicing. Okay, now we go to, but red was the color that my baby wore. First string, 7th fret B is our melody note. This is our next melody note, and it's going to be the top note in an E major 6 chord. Okay? So, I'm fingering the 5th string, 7th fret here, which is the root E. But what I usually wind up doing is, since it's available, I go down an octave lower and I play the open 6th string. It's a nice fat sound. Okay. So, again, we're building it piece by piece from the top. A major with pinky on the B, F sharp, minor 11, and just to go over that again, the F sharp minor 11, we have first string 7th fret, second string 10th fret, third string 9th fret, fifth string 9th fret, and we're now playing the 4th string or the 6th string. Okay. Okay, so E6. Now we're going to go to a C sharp minor chord here. Okay? So C sharp minor, we're going to play it a little in a specific way. I've got my index finger, 5th string 4th fret, ring finger, 4th string 6th fret, pinky, 2nd string 7th fret. And what I'm doing with the right hand is I'm just plucking those 3 strings that I'm fingering. So I'm plucking with the right hand the 5th, the 4th, and the 2nd strings. And then I release the pinky and I replace it on the 2nd string with the middle finger on the 5th fret of that 2nd string. Okay, I'm just going to recap and then we're going to cut it and we'll continue next time. From the top, we've got the E major chord, the open E ringing on the 6th string, A major add 9 with the open A on the bottom, F sharp minor 11. That little walk down thing, you can do it when you feel like it, not do it when you don't feel like it. It's really not important. It's just a fill in. Okay? And then continuing, play the top note of the chord and then the whole chord. E major, D6, okay, first string, 7th fret. Now we've got our big fat E6 chord. Now we've got our C sharp minor, and we just described that. Okay, go back to the pinky, play it on the 2nd string, play the first finger on the 1st string, 4th fret. Okay, now we're going to go into a very specific way of playing an A major chord with the B on top. It's got 1st string, 7th fret, 2nd string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 6th fret, along with the open A, you guessed it. So it's going to be, the lyrics are baby war and what's more, it's true, if you happen to know the song. So it's, all that is I'm playing this chord along with the open A, and this is my melody note on the 1st string. So it's, the note there is B. B, A, open 1st string. So what's happening above the chord is just open, okay? So it's, now we go to a D chord, and we're going to do it a very special way. we're playing the first two strings at the 7th fret along with the open 4th string. We're going to do the same thing. Okay? So what I'm doing there is I have these, the pinky and the ring finger on the first two strings, 7th fret. I'm using my thumb to pluck the open 4th string. I'm going to play them all together. Now, release the pinky, play instead the first string, 5th fret with your index finger, and then the open 1st string. Now the next melody note is actually this finger, the ring finger on the 2nd string, 7th fret, going to a regular fingering of the C sharp minor chord. Okay, so it's a little complicated, but we'll get it if we take it in chunks. Okay, one last time. This is, if you don't know it, you're borrowing at the 4th string, or the 4th fret rather, sorry. You're borrowing at the 4th fret, and you've got the minor shape with the 5th string as the root. Okay, that's the first chunk. Work on that. See if you can get through it, and rewind when you need to. Rewind, check out the fingerings, and we'll continue next time. All right, have fun, and let me know if you have any questions. Again, consider subscribing and commenting or questioning on YouTube. I'll be happy to answer any comments. Thanks.